Even as a follower of the FIRE movement, I am tempted to spend money every week, just like anybody else. Whether that means I want Taco Bell for dinner that day, or I'm wanting to buy a new instrument I saw on Craigslist. So over the years, I've adopted some mindsets and methods that you can use to help you spend less money and ultimately reach your financial goals sooner. I'm going to go over a list of different tips and thoughts that you might could utilize as well to help you stop spending money. And first on that list is look at the cost of things, not in terms of the price tag, but in terms of hours of work. So what do I mean by look at the cost in terms of hours of work? I mean translate that cost on that price tag to actual hours of work that it would take you to afford that item. For example, if you make a $15 an hour minimum wage job and you're looking at buying a $200 pair of sneakers, that pair of sneakers is actually going to cost you 13.33 hours of your life to afford them. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think I would be willing to sacrifice 13 hours of my life just to wear a pair of shoes. I know some people are sneakerheads, and if that brings you value, go for it. But for me, it's not something I'd be willing to sacrifice. I realize that time is one of the most crucial commodities that any human has because none of us can buy more of it. So kind of adopting that mindset and understand those principles of anything you buy is actually costing you time, it's costing you hours of your life to work for that. It's a really easy way to stop spending money on things that don't really matter that much to you. So number 2 is practice patience. And what I mean by practice patience is if you're thinking about buying something new, consider sleeping on that idea for a couple of days or maybe even up to a month. We instinctually want to buy the new shiny object when it comes out because it's all cool and fancy, but in actuality, you might not need the new iPhone when the one you're watching this video on right now is working just fine. When you sleep on the idea of something, it helps you really evaluate if it's something you actually need or if it's just something you want. So third, we have consider the pros and cons. Now, generally with any decision in life, there can be pros and cons that come from those decisions. But especially when it comes to spending money, the cons typically outweigh the pros. You know, besides just the initial loss of money by spending it on something, there might be cons such as, is this item going to continue to demand more money from me? Like buying a new car that needs maintenance over time. Or is this item that I'm buying going to distract me and make me less productive? Maybe that's like buying a new PS5 or video games or something. A pros and cons list can be very simple, but a very effective way to make you stop spending money. So number 4 is set financial goals for yourself. From my experience, it is way easier to accomplish a task when you have a specific goal in mind that you're working for. Especially when it comes to money, that can be a really good benchmark to help you keep on track of where you're trying to get. I know that when my first big goal financially was to save $10,000 and have it invested, it was a lot easier for me to kind of keep that in mind as I went along, and every decision I made was like, okay, I guess I don't have to buy Taco Bell tonight because that $15 that I'd spend there, I can invest instead. And that little bit of money you're saving, investing, and adding up to reach your big financial goals really helps you keep on track because you can visualize it and know why you're working so hard for this one specific thing. You have to keep in mind that any unnecessary purchase that you make is only slowing you down on your path to your goals. Whether that means you're trying to reach financial independence or you're just trying to save up to buy a new car. Any purchase that you make that isn't essential is going to slow you down and take you off track of your goals that you've set out for yourself. Now, I don't want you to get the impression that I think spending money is a bad thing. I actually believe that money is a tool we can all utilize to enhance our experience here. However, money can either control you or you can control it. And if you don't learn how to tackle your money, then you're never going to break out of that system. I get it. We all need to be happy. We all want to be comfortable. And sometimes we all just need to get some Taco Bell for dinner. I'm going to always be an advocate for spending money on what truly brings you value. We're stuck in a system that subjects us to ads and tells us you need to buy this so you can be happier. But you're here, you're watching this video, and you're trying to change your financial future. I'm proud of you for thinking of yourself and considering your future self and where you want to be financially. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and maybe I can make a video about it or get back to you. If you want to learn more about how to build better money habits, watch this video here. And until next time, let's keep this fire spreading.